Oh yeah, wow, guys! You're most welcome to this channel. This is the Blue Traders channel, and in this channel today we're going to be learning the strategy that the big boys use in the market. This is a strategy that big boys always use in the market, and they have made millions, thousands of dollars, millions of dollars in the forex market. And trust me, in this strategy, if you learn this strategy today and you get it well, let me assure you, take this very seriously. Let me assure you, as long as you've learned this strategy from today and you take it serious in your trading career, your approach in the market is going to be so professional. The way you begin to look at the market is going to change immediately from the immediate effect. Just make sure you watch this video up to the end of it. And if you're watching this, if you're watching this video for the very first time, you're new in this channel, just make sure you click on that notification bell, and make sure you subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, so that next time when we upload the new video, you will be notified immediately. And make sure you also subscribe to this channel, because you don't want to miss what is going to be unleashed in this channel. And so for the purpose of this video, let me let me try to save time. I don't want this video to be very long. So I think let's dive in straight away to our video. So today, the strategy that we're going to be learning today, it is the strategy that has made guys millionaires in the forex market. It has made guys millionaires in the forex market. Let me tell you this. You want or you don't want. So this is the strategy that I have also used personally. And it is the one that I normally use, and I've used it for a good time now, and back tested it. It has given me very, very positive results. So today is your turn. Just make sure you catch this very well. So guys, the strategy we're going to be learning today is called the pivot point strategy. Okay, the pivot point strategy. So you may ask yourself, now what is the pivot point strategy? You're getting it? You may ask yourself that kind of question. What is the pivot point strategy? So for your own information, a pivot point strategy is the strategy that guys use in the market for determining the reversal zones, the resistance zones, and the support zones. You're getting it? That is the pivot point strategy. So it's basically the strategy that is being used for determining the reversal points, for determining the supply zones, for determining the support and resistance. So once you have the pivot point, you will be able to get all those areas, the key areas. Those are the secret zones that the market reacts from. So this is our pivot point strategy. As you can see, guys, this is the pivot point strategy. Just make sure you're very alert at this point, because this is the point that you really need to get very well. So this is our strategy. It's called pivot point. You can see these lines. There are so many lines here. Now, when you look at it like this, it has so many lines, and you can even get confused. But I don't want you to get confused, because this is very simple. It's a very simple strategy. Don't get confused by these lines here. These lines These lines are just there to confuse you, but once we are done with this video, you'll be able to know, you'll have understood everything. So when you look at this strategy specifically, there are these lines. Are you seeing these orange lines? These orange lines, you see? Now, all those lines that you see there, they have the significant impact in the market. They have the significant impact in the market. I hope we're together. So when you look at the market, how the market started falling from this area, as you can see, this market started falling. Let me go to which time frame? Let me go to the daily time frame. Okay. So guys, you can see it. So this is the daily time frame. This is where we are. This is our daily time frame. You can see that. So this market started falling from this area. Are you seeing? This is the zone. Let me just put resistance, the trend line. As you can see, so this is where the market started rallying from, that area. Okay. Now let's dive into H4, the 4-hour time frame. As you can see, so this is our trend line, right? So meaning this is where the market started moving from this area. The downward trend started moving from this area. Guys, I take this more seriously, because if you're getting a trend, the trend line, make sure you take the most recent high and the most recent low. Okay, so that's how you'll be able to get the trend line. So as you can see, this market was rallying from this point up to this point. Okay, now you look at our pivot strategy. It has so many lines around here. Okay, now all these lines have the significant role. Let's go to the settings of this pivot point so that you're able to get to know what these lines are doing here exactly. So you click here and go to settings. Okay, you come to style. Come to inputs. Okay, then scroll down. Are you seeing these orange lines? These orange colors. Now these orange colors are these lines that you see in this area here. Okay, so this, where there is P, that is the pivot line. Let me distinguish it by giving a different color. Let's give it blue, right? Let's give it blue. I think you can see now. Are you seeing the blue? Where there is blue, 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 right? So those are the pivot point areas. So meaning that those are the major key zones. That is where the market takes significant actions, whether it is moving on the bullish trend or the bearish trend. So that is where the market takes action from. Okay, so that's the pivot point where there is P. Okay, now are you seeing there's this S1, there's this S2, there's this S3, okay, and there's this S4, S5, and so on. You're getting this. So now those zones, those are different zones, reversal zones, where the market reacts off from the pivot points. Okay, now this S1 simply refers to the what? It refers to support 1. Now when you look at this side, R1 means the resistance 1. Okay, the same applies to this. This is support 2. then resistance 2, support 3, resistance 3. All right, I hope we're getting it well. So the support zones are running from support 1, support 2, support 3 up to support 5. The same applies to the resistance areas as well. Goes to resistance 1, resistance 2 up to resistance 5. Okay, so when you look at the chart, I believe now we are at par now. You're no longer confused by this so many lines. So when the market is going up, when it is going up, the upward trend, it will always face what they call resistance. Okay, it will face what they call resistance. So when the market is rising up, okay, let me give you an example when the market was moving on the upward trend. Okay, as you can see here, this is where the market this market was moving upwards from this zone. Okay, let me get back to settings, and let me increase what? The number of the pivot blocks. So guys, when you're setting your pivot strategy, the number of pivot blocks, you can put it at 999. That is 999. Okay, and the line width of the pivot, you can leave it at 1, you can put it at 2, you can put it at 3, but let it not go beyond 3, at least 1 or 2 or 3. Okay, so you can put it, so for me, let me put it at 3, right? Then I say okay. So this is where we are. You can see on the upward trend, as you can see, okay, this market rallied from this area, moved up to this zone, rejected, pulled back, right? So this is how the market has been moving. Okay, now when the market was rising upwards like this, you see what happens from where the market starts moving from. This is R1, this is R2, this is R3, this is R4, this is R5. So when the market is going upwards, it will always face those resistances. So it will go through the resistance level 1, this is R1, then it will go to resistance level 2, are you seeing this area? Then it will go to resistance level 3, are you seeing? So where those lines are marked from, that is where the retracements are going to be taking place from. As you can see from the what? From the way the market has been moving. Are you getting it? You can see that. Let me remove this. Sorry. Okay. What is this? So the market simply goes through the resistance and the support. That is simply what happens in the market. So this market rallied from this zone. It faced resistance 1, came back. When it shot up, still came back and reacted within the same zone, came back for the support at the pivot point. When you see this blue line, this is a pivot point, and it shot up, found another resistance up. Okay, another resistance. But you see, when the market moves, and when you see the first candle if the candle closes above that resistance line, just know that there are high chances of the market shooting upwards. So this one crossed the resistance level, came back to find support, then finally shot up. Now you see the candlestick that shot up, it had a strong momentum. It closed from above that line and it had to continue the bullish trend. Are you getting? Are we together? So this is how the pivot strategy works. So once you understand it, guys, you're going to be making a lot of money. Okay. So for the purposes of you understanding this strategy very well, I'm going to make a few adjustments so that you will not get confused. So this strategy on my side, I normally do what? Because these resistance lines are so many, and even the support lines are so many. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to reduce the resistance lines and the support lines. Okay, so I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna remove support line 4 as well, support line 5, support line 2. I mean, okay. So I've removed the 4 support lines, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm left with 1 support line. Okay. Then on this side, the resistances, I'm removing 5, I'm removing 4, I'm removing 3, and I'm removing 2. Okay. Okay. So you can put it in that setting so that you're able to analyze your charts very well. Okay. Yes, so you can put it that way, or you can also put, you can choose to put 2 resistance levels and 2 support levels. Okay. Yes, so you can put this side resistance 1 and 2, then this side also you put support 1 and 2, depending on what you want. Or you could even put 5, but for the purposes of you following the trend very well, I would advise you to at least put 2. At least put 2 or even 1. Okay, so that you're able to get the resistance levels and the support levels as well. Now, as you can see how the chart has changed, we no longer have so many lines, so many resistance levels, so many support levels. You're getting it. So the main thing that you have to look at basically here is the pivot point. Okay, this blue line here is the pivot point. When you look at the pivot point, when the market shot and it crossed the pivot point, came back to retest, and it started moving upwards and it went. So the next pivot point is this side. So when it went, it crossed this, came back for the retest, and it moved. It continued. So the next pivot point after this was this pivot area. Okay. Are you getting it? So it crossed this level, went up. Now, at this point, the market lost the momentum from the bullish trend. So now the bears took over the trend now. The bears took over. So when you see the market rallying below the pivot areas, it means the trend has now changed. The trend has now changed. So you always want to make sure that you wait for the market to break the trend line. You're getting it? You should make sure you wait for the market to break the trend line. This has been our trend, okay? The market moved in that direction, okay? So for you to take sales in this market, you must always make sure that you wait for the market to break the structure. Once it has broken the structure, wait for it to cross the pivot line. Once the candlesticks have started rallying below the pivot line, you wait for the retest and you can now make entries from there. So you see the market crossed, it came down, zoop, okay. Then from here, there was a retest. Are you seeing what happened? It retested that zone, sorry. Sorry. Okay, so that is what happened. The market retested this zone, okay. It retested that zone. That is the point for your entry now. You always want to make sure that you wait for the market to cross the pivot area, then you enter with the retest. So from that area now, someone could have made entries now from this zone. You entered, now the market made a reversal from this area. Now you see this area, the market failed to cross this zone. Why? Why did it fail to cross? It's because there was what? There was a resistance from this pivot area. Are you seeing that? That pivot line. That pivot line is the one that pushed back the market, the trend to go back up. Now, when the market went up, it went and made a false breakout. There was a false breakout here. Are you seeing this area? That was the false breakout. So that false breakout is the one that could have made you think the market was rallying back upwards, which was not true. So you see, when it broke out of this, it brought these candlesticks. The candlesticks, the size of the candlesticks was just enough to show you that the bulls were just what? Deceptive. They didn't have the momentum to push back the market up. That's why you see, after crossing the two candlesticks, the next candlestick that came was an engulfing. It engulfed all of them and came and crossed all of them. And the closing price was below the pivot line. And this is where you want to take your entries from. You could take your entries from this zone, or you could wait for the market to come back to retest that area. So that's why the market came up to this zone, this is resistance 1, the support 1, and it was pushed back up. It found another resistance from this area. Now, this is where you could have entered. So guys, before you make any entry, just make sure that you always wait for the confirmations. Now, the confirmation here is if the market crossed this pivot area, you always want to enter when the market has come back for a retest. When the market is coming for a retest, don't just enter because it is coming now to retest. No, wait for the pattern, the candlestick pattern, to give you a confirmation that it's now going back. So here now, there was the pin bar that was formed. So this was enough to give you a signal for the sell. So you could have entered now from this area and you fall. Okay, so it came up to the resistance. This is the support area, which is also the resistance at the same time now. Found support here, went back a little, came back to the next support line, went back to retest the pivot line. Are you seeing where the market went? It went back to retest this pivot area. So it was trying to make a consolidation from this area. It made some consolidation. Are you seeing what happened? So this was now the ranging structure. Market just kept on consolidating in this area, kept on consolidating. Then finally, it broke out. This was the first breakout. Now from this breakout, guys, we're ready to sell now, but you wait for this retest, this confirmation. Then finally, you fall with the market. Okay, so guys, that is simply how this pivot strategy works. This pivot strategy is very, very effective in the market. It is very, very, very pro-efficient. If you follow its principles, you'll catch money, you'll get money, you'll make money in the market, in this forex market. I'm telling you this out of my experience. I have used it personally. I have made money with it. I have a good experience about it. So guys, just make sure you follow this strategy very well. Follow this strategy very, very well. Okay. So this is how this pivot strategy works. So this pivot strategy, simply, it respects the resistance points and the support points. Even the guys who do the fundamentals, the guys who trade fundamentals, this strategy can still help you to predict the fundamentals. You understand? It can help you to predict the fundamentals. Now, for example, yesterday we had the fundamentals. You see what happened here? This was at what time? This was at 3. This was at 3:30. 3:30. That was the time when this market spiked down. So guys were waiting for the what? For the impact of the fundamentals. 3:30. And you see how the market reacted. This market was rallying, going up. At this pivot point, this is where the news came from, and it shot down, came up to this resistance area, then it was finally pushed back up. So guys, you always want to make sure that you follow the principle of the pivot strategy, and make sure you have other conferences. Make sure you use other conferences to influence your decision. Before you take a decision in the market, make sure you have the conferences. You can use so many conferences. You can use the moving averages. You can use the stochastics. You can use those oscillators. So you've got to make sure you combine different strategies to give you one proper decision that will help you hit the market. It will help you to hit the market. So you don't want always to enter the market when you're just guessing. You should always make sure you enter the market when you are sure, when you know what you are going for. Leave alone the things of going to the market, you enter and you're not sure of what you're going for. Then later you begin becoming emotional. You begin losing your emotions. You're like, this thing. You begin to see account going. Your account is going, guys. You're like, my God, the account has gone. So, guys, let's stop this mentality. Let's make sure we understand the principles of the market. Once we get the right principles of the market, we shall always make the right decisions in the market. And these right decisions will always make us profitable. This right decision will make us profitable. So guys, utilize this pivot strategy and it will help you guys. And so guys, before I forget, just make sure that you subscribe to this channel in case it's your very first time to watch this video in this channel. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button and give a thumbs up on this video, because this is what will help it keep moving, so that other guys can also get access to it and they'll watch and they'll be helped. Yeah. So guys, this is what I had for today. Just make sure you follow all these principles. Whatsoever you heard me say about this, just make sure you follow it to the dot. Guys, go and make money. This forex market is there forever. It is there for us, and we're the ones to make money from it. This market is there for us. So We are the ones to know what to do exactly in the market. We're not going to accept our accounts being blown up like that. We must make a change. We must make a change. So just make sure you follow all this, and the end of you will tell it by yourself. So see you guys in the next video. I believe your mentality has now changed. Your skill has been upgraded. Having watched this video, I believe you're not going to be blowing accounts again anymore. You're not going to blow accounts anymore. So guys, thank you so much for following this video. If you've been watching this video from the beginning up to this point, I must really say thank you. Thank you so much because you've been patient and you have followed this up to the end. And I really trust that you've understood everything about this video. So guys, that is it for today. We'll meet in the next video. See you again. Bye-bye. Okay.